Hey, this is Stu, and I'm here with David and Jelena, and we're going to talk about Ekapada Bakasana, even hard to say, let alone do. And this is just, I'm on an arm balance thing at the moment. I've reignited my passion for arm balances. And I've seen this, and I hear that Jelena has an awesome Ekapada Bakasana. So here we are, and we're filming it, and we're going to talk about it. So is there something we should know about it first? We'll ask David and then Jelena, same thing.
Well, the rule is you have to be able to pronounce the name of the
before you can do it.
Before you're allowed to do it. Yeah. So,
can we hear it properly?
Ekapada Bakasana.
Exactly, that's what I said, wasn't it? Picky.
Yeah, it's I think probably the most challenging arm balance in third series. I think so. I think most people would agree. It's super hard because there's very little support, and usually by the time you're doing it, you're covered in sweat, and there's no traction for the knee. And it requires a ton of strength. And one of the conditions for doing it, at least for guys, I think it's for women too, is that you have to get the arms straight.
I was going to say, it's a straight arm one, isn't it? And
so hard.
And I've seen it done with the arm bent and the leg, the shin resting on the upper arm.
Yeah.
And that's sort of a cheat, isn't it?
Lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy.
You're cheating. Just don't ask me to demonstrate it.
No, it's really tough. So you know, I don't think I ever get my arms totally straight when I'm doing it, but that's the picture we have.
That you're trying to get.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And for you, Jelena, as you're doing it, are you thinking of anything special that allows you to do it?
No, it's all become about my kegels.
Your bloody kegels again.
Yeah, my bloody kegels. No one talks about them.
So she's making up for everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to talk about them. But doing third series has really taught me to access the pelvic floor muscles and the importance of accessing them for strength. So I always have that sort of a feeling of like lifting as if I have to pee, but you got to make sure you're not totally lifted.
Just jamming up.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to breathe.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to find some happy medium, and then you can feel the strength already. Just by sitting here and lifting, you can feel difference. So that's one of the main things.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
helps to have muscles too.
It has to be strong. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're like a consequence.
A consequence of the practice.
Yeah.
Third series has lots of arm balances, so it does tend to.
And they're just one after the other, isn't it?
I think this one's hard on its own.
Yeah.
But taken individually, they're all possible. But when you put them together with the vinyasas, that's the challenging part. Yeah. I've never done it with the vinyasa. I'm always like panting.
Are you? Yeah.
Fixing the towel.
Yeah.
Stretching the wrist.
Yeah. All important things.
They are. They're part of the vinyasa. So let's see it then.
All right. Let's try.
So when we enter Ekapada Bakasana, we do it from the tripod headstand position. Yeah, and you're supposed to jump into that little tripod.
That was always a little bit tricky, isn't it?
It's tricky, yeah. And then we're going to start with the left leg bent, right leg extended. Oh, sorry, right leg bent, left leg extended. Good. And so she's getting the knee into position on the upper arm first.
Yep.
And then she's going to try to hold the knee up on the arm. So that's a ton of bandhas, ton of the kegels that she was talking about. And the other leg is staying extended.
Yeah.
And then shifting the weight back, but still trying to hold this line from the shoulder to the toes. That's it. So here she goes, straightening the arms, and then that right foot is lifting up. That's the really hard part. It's not hanging down.
Yes,
so it's pulling up, and then she's got this beautiful straight line from shoulder
like
to
a
toe.
thunderbolt. It looks like a thunderbolt, doesn't it? Yeah.
I think it's a lightning bolt.
That's it. Oh, yeah. Lightning bolt. Where did they find me?
And then that was good. But then you're supposed to come down and do the other side.
Yeah.
Without
the
resting
switch,
in between. Yeah.
But there's a little cheat that I did for a while.
Okay.
Until I got called out, where I would bring both of my knees down into my chest.
Yeah.
To find that vacuum feeling.
Yeah.
Just wanted a way to bring it back to
that conversation. Yeah.
And then extending the foot back. And that made a huge difference for a while, until maybe 4 or 5 months ago, where I started switching to this.
Doing it, yeah. So maybe that was like a training thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I was doing. Here. And then I would bend both of my knees.
Yeah.
And come into this sort of
tucked position.
Yeah.
And then as I extend my left foot back, I would keep tucking my tailbone under to create that hollow feeling, and then same work applies again.
And then when it came to do the other side, did you come back to that initial tuck?
Yeah, I would.
You go up first, okay.
And then I would do the same thing, but it should really be just this.
And then in and up. And the idea is that that knee is in the armpit. Is it actually meant to be resting on the arm, or is it, I mean, theoretically, if it could be absolutely perfect, would it actually just be hovering in the armpit, or what would it be doing?
I think it's definitely in contact with the arm.
Okay.
It'd be great if you could keep it in the armpit. I find it's really hard to hold up that
Yeah,
high.
and keep lifting the other leg up,
Yeah.
like kind of starts.
And is there an angle we're looking for? Is it 45 degrees, or is it 70, 80?
I always think like the more vertical, the better.
Yeah?
You know, it looks cool.
It looks
right?
cool, but
it can't be. Well, no, it can't be totally vertical
No.
because then it would almost be impossible to have your knee down your armpit. I
Yeah.
think. So
it's a long
there's
femurs.
like a little tiny
Yeah.
tiny bit of an angle there.
So higher the better, because I don't know why in my mind I was thinking maybe like a 45 degree, but that would maybe be hard to pull off with straight arms as well. So
I think you could do it, but yeah, you'd have to come forward quite a bit, like so there'd probably be a bit of an angle, yeah, for the upper body to lift.
so high then,
Right.
so high as possible.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of course we're talking about something that out of the sequence. So this is a third series posture.
Yeah.
So, but if people were, because people do, playing outside of the sequence, is there something that they prerequisite to being able to do this that they should do?
Bakasana.
Yeah.
Well, there is that, yeah.
Yeah, being able to lift off the head into Bakasana. I mean, that's the very basic.
Okay, from
So,
tripod into
yeah,
Bakasana.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that would be first step, right?
Yeah.
Finding that balance. Yeah, I think being able to find the line when you extend the leg. So a lot of the time when people extend the leg, they're going to arch the back. But
Yes.
when you saw Jelena doing it, she's actually very round. She's pushing
Yeah.
it round back and holding the leg up against.
Yeah.
So, yeah, trying to extend without going into the back
Without
muscles
doing a load.
as much. Yeah. Yeah, you want to try it one more time?
One more time. Nice and sweaty.
Yeah, we're going to make the most of you.
So just go to the tripod headstand for a second. That's it. Good. So if you come all the way up into a tripod headstand, see the
Yeah.
back tends to arch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if she's going to lift into Ekapada Bakasana, she has to get rid of that arch.
Okay.
Okay, so now come into the Bakasana position. This will round the back.
Okay,
So
we can see that. Yeah.
But now when people extend the leg, a lot of the time what happens is they'll lift the leg up and go back into an arch
Okay.
position.
Yeah, like that sort of
So
thing.
we've got to find the line in the front of the body.
Okay.
So I always find connecting the hand to the front rib, pushing.
Yeah.
So when she pushes, she's going to tip the weight back and try to find the line from the index knuckle up into the front ribs,
Yeah.
pushing them into the body.
And we can see she hasn't arched the back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's holding all the strength in the front.
Yeah.
Looks good.
So hard.
Yeah. So I think practicing that line or even that action, a good place to look for it is Chaturanga Dandasana.
Uh-huh.
So when someone does Chaturanga,
Someone,
I knew this was
someone
gonna
meaning
come, yeah.
you.
we want to try to keep the elbows over the wrists, and when you push, you want to feel like you're pushing your front ribs into your body instead of do the collapsed version. This arch
Okay.
kind of sinks. So you see the index knuckles start to lift off
Yeah.
the floor
Yeah.
there. So pushing down through the inside edge of the hand, pushing the ribs into the body like this is training the body for
Okay.
that same line again.
So keeping
Yeah.
strong, keeping up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just finding the connection hands to front body instead of using the arms like a perch and then trying to use the back muscles to lift the legs.
Yeah.
Just
as an aside, seeing that, it reminds me very much of Nakrasana, crocodile, that a lot of people sink down between the shoulders.
Yeah.
And again, if you could do it with your staying up,
Yeah.
it would give you the strength for this sort of thing, I imagine.
Yeah, if you watch people do Nakrasana when they're collapsed, they'll use the hips.
Yeah.
So they're using the back. Right?
Yeah.
They're arching and
Flipping.
kind of doing the,
Yeah.
it's like
The
the
worm,
worm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when we do Nakrasana from the front body, it's like you're pushing your ribs, popping the ribs in
Yeah,
to lift
to lift
yourself
up.
up. So it's the little explosion from the arms that pushes you.
Can we see that too?
Oh, I didn't know this was going to be part of it.
We talked about this earlier when you went around.
Oh, I see. Okay. The plan went down. Are you going to count me through it? Or?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, so you're in this push-up position, so try to drop your hips just a little bit, and then she's going to try to use the palms pressing and the fingers pressing to push the ribs into the body to hop. So go ahead, inhale. That's it. And she has a bit of toes and fingers. But do you see she holds the line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of, do the worm now.
Worm.
So the worm is when you let go of the front of the body and you kind of do that
like a wave.
Yeah.
And also then she sinks down below her elbows.
And you feel it in your lower back. There's like a collapse. It can start to hurt a little bit, at least.
So those are all connected, aren't they? Sometimes we don't connect the dots between certain postures. I mean, they are in a sequence for a reason, aren't they? But
well, you can see too. You could do the sequence, but if you're not looking for that action, you're not going to develop that action in the sequence.
To then use it later.
Yeah. No matter what you're doing, you're practicing something, right? So you could be practicing collapse. You could be practicing like using the back muscles and letting go in the front. So you're going to get good at that.
Yeah.
So if you can isolate that one action or that idea of connecting arm strength to core strength, and then find it in all these different places, chaturanga, nakrasana, all those lifts, then you're gonna be practicing it again and again and get better and better at it.
Yeah. Cool. Good one.
All right.
Thanks, Jelena.
Thank you.
Enjoy that, guys.